So I'm about to show y'all a video. I'm gonna get my commentary at the end because my heart really hurts for my people and how deep in deception and how deep in sorcery that we are, to the point where we defend the sorcerers and demonize the actual medicine. But watch this video.
The modern ingredients in your current vaccines. Oh, gelatin from boiled pig skin, just like the old one. Chicken embryo protein, blood from the hearts of cow fetuses, human fetus DNA, oil extracted from shark liver, proteins from worm ovaries, you don't want to leave that out, right. Monkey kidney DNA fragments. Now, that stuff I just read is in the vaccines that are given this morning in hospitals all over America to newborns and other people. Now, there's the chemical ingredients, formaldehyde. Well, who doesn't already know that formaldehyde is not, hey, give me some formaldehyde. Everybody knows that's no good for you. Polysorbate 80, which causes infertility. And this is my favorite one, potassium chloride. Now, the reason that's my favorite one is that is the ingredient used as the third injection when we execute people by a lethal injection. Right? Obviously a smaller dose for infants. I'm not claiming it's the same dose. But all this stuff, phenol, borax, aluminum salts, mercury, Triton X100, which is used in spermicides. You really want to inject my baby with something that's used in spermicides? No parent would let a stranger walk up to their kid and inject them with something they don't understand. And yet millions of Americans do exactly that. Every time they go to CVS, every time they go to Long's Drugs, a 23-year-old, assistant pharmacist who doesn't know what he's mixing, doesn't know what questions he's supposed to ask, figures it out, and gives your baby an injection, and people go along with it.
So what I want to get people to understand is consulting in a witch is practicing witchcraft. So if your doctor is a witch, and by very definition they are, and by their practice they are, you going to your doctor just for an office visit is consulting in a witch. Let me ask you this. If you go to your doctor's office visit and they recommend some type of pharmaceutical, and you say, no, I want to go the natural route, and they say, okay, and try to give you some information. Most doctors are not aware of the natural route because it's not what they're taught. They're taught literal sorcery. So they try to give you some of the knowledge that they have in reference to the natural route and all of this. However, more than likely, it's not accurate. And I'm just going off experience. Because, you didn't take their treatment. You didn't use the pharmaceuticals, this, that, and third. But then the next person that come in after you decides to take the treatment. The doctor writes the prescription or gives the injection, or the person comes after you as a child whose parent is coming to get them those childhood vaccines. I've tried to post this on this page so many times when it came to these vaccines, and every single time it's get taken down and I start getting flagged. Even though none of this information is hidden, even though all of this information is available on the websites, the CDC websites, the FDA website, like all of this stuff is available on their websites. However, because I'm actually speaking about it, it's a problem. When we should be aware of what they're injecting in our bodies and injecting in our children's bodies, right? But your doctors don't even know what they're injecting in you. Your doctors don't even know. So you leave thinking, oh, cool, I'm good, I didn't do anything, But then that same doctor went and injected a child with the vaccines that you just heard, right? You think you're in the clear. You think you're in the clear because you didn't use the sorcery, the pharmaceuticals, but you're consulting in a sorcerer for your health when the Most High is our healer. It literally hurts my heart to see my people still going to the doctors, diagnostic checkups, blood work. Like, y'all are literally giving your blood to sorcerers and you think nothing of it. You think it's just treatment, and it's not. Do y'all even know where phlebotomy came from, the practice of drawing blood out? It came from ancient Egypt. It was sorcery. It was called bloodletting. Do y'all not understand that everything is spiritual and physical? Everything has happened before. There's nothing new under the sun. All it is them rebranding sorcery into healthcare, and y'all are falling for it. And then, honestly, I'm sorry, I don't mean to get upset, but what pisses me off is people like to come in my comments and tell me how wrong I am, because they want to believe in a doctor who don't even know healing for real. A doctor who thinks that alchemy is healing, chemistry is healing. Do y'all not realize the things that they put in these medicines that y'all are taking? The physician in Rome during the time of Nero used snake flesh mixed with properties that was extracted from herbs as medicine. No, that is sorcery. When the fallen angels came and taught the mankind the cuttings of herbs and plants and things like that, they were not teaching them herbalism. They were teaching them alchemy. They were teaching them chemistry. They were teaching them science and sorcery. They were not teaching them how to properly use these herbs. They were teaching them how to splice the herbs with chemicals and animal bodily fluids and all of that other stuff. They were not teaching them herbal healing. They were teaching them sorcery. I've had a conversation with a good sis of mine. I love her to death. I had a conversation with her, and she's also an herbalist. And she said how when she first was coming into it, she was staying away from the herbs because she was thinking that the herbs were the sorcery because of the witches and the warlocks using the herb. And the Father quickly got her in line when it came to that. She quickly understood what it meant. And here I am, I came into this herbalism, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out, well, how was this even referenced as sorcery? I was so confused trying to figure out how are people referencing the use of herbs and roots and leaves as sorcery. And then I learned about alchemists. Then I learned about that, then I'm realizing, oh, that's what the pharmacy does. They're alchemists, they're chemists, they're scientists. When I get home, I got a book. I'm finna go live, and I'm going to read this book. And I'm going to read portions of it on my live, and I'm going to post it because people don't understand. They think they're going to their doctor, and because their doctor looks like them or their doctor's nice or they refuse the treatment, that they're in the clear. No, you are actively consulting in a sorcerer because your doctor was taught sorcery. They weren't taught healing. They weren't taught anything to actually heal us. They were literally taught sorcery. But I digress. I'm going live later. Shalom.